Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Calling all Foundation staff. This is Site-42. Broadcasting. Foundation staff, can you hear us? We are stabilizing our signal. We are ready to broadcast this week's Anomalous Broadcast from Site-42. All systems are go. Let's get this show started. Hey there, Foundation staff. This is Sherman, but you can call me Sherm. Welcome to another Anomalous Broadcast from Site-42. For anybody unfamiliar with our show, the rundown goes like this. 1. I read you an SCP document or tale or something from the wiki. B. I open up the floor to the community to discuss what we've read. We're often visited by SCP authors, staff, and fans, and if we're lucky, the author of the article themselves shows up to share some insight. Remember that if you'd like to join the conversation yourself, I will be monitoring the YouTube chat in between chapters and answering questions, as will my guest. Also remember that if you enjoy the show, leave a like and a comment to let us know, subscribe and hit the bell, and if you really want to help us out, become a patron at patreon.com/site42. Today, we'll be going over SCP-5403, titled, Author's Note, This is my first post, so no FLAMERZ PLOX, which I'm informed means please, written by author etoisle. And thankfully, etoisle has decided to join us tonight, so say hello!
What's up?
How are you doing? How was your week?
Oh, it was great. I actually went hiking today, so that was pretty fun. That is completely in opposition to the themes of this piece, but, you know, I have a life.
A life? Who has those?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
I thought we just sat here in front of a camera 24/7 and lambasted ourselves in front of the internet.
I mean, that is most of my life, but, you know.
And I guess congratulations are in order because this is tonight your first article, and you also released your second article this week?
My third.
Third. That's right. You get an author page now. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to say to introduce tonight's piece?
Yes, this is actually my first, as the title suggests, and two, I'm very sorry. I'm truly deeply sorry just about everything in this. Like, I'm not going to delete it, but I also think it's bad, so, you know, you draw your own conclusions from that.
Well, everyone's first piece is something. You use that
it's definitely something. Absolutely, truly something.
And you know, at least you leaned into it a little bit.
Well, no, when I say bad, I don't mean that as a negative thing. You know, I think things can be bad, but not like bad, you know?
The delicious like, kind of bad.
Exactly. Yes, you understand. You understand. You get it.
We're here for this. As soon as I started reading it, I got the My Immortal vibes because
absolutely. Yeah.
We had just been like drinking wine and reciting it to each other over Zoom the previous night.
I actually included that in my author post. In lieu of song lyrics, like dramatic song lyrics, like people like to do, I put the opening lines of My Immortal. And I think that was a pretty big hit.
All right, so without further ado, shall we get into it?
Sounds good.
All right, let's have fun with these voices today.
Oh boy.
Item number, SCP-5403. Object class, Euclid. Neutralized. See Addendum 5403-4. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-5403 has been removed from all civilian databases. Foundation web crawler Alpha 3 Tycho is to monitor web traffic for SCP-5403 relevant keywords. Archived containment procedures, last updated September 12, 1998. SCP-5403's IP address has been rendered inaccessible via standard internet providers, with any unauthorized access redirecting users to the default front page for its hosting service. Efforts to disable SCP-5403 entirely are ongoing. Stationary Task Force Chi-11, codename Don't Like, Don't Read, are to execute weekly denial-of-service attacks on the address and continue to monitor its content and report any unusual fluctuations in activity. Communication with SCP-5403 is to be attempted when deemed necessary by Site-15 directors. If content posted on SCP-5403 is an information security risk, compromised researchers below Level 4 clearance are to be administered Class A amnestics and transferred to another team. Under no circumstances should Stationary Task Force Chi-11 be disbanded. Side note, first time I have ever seen a stationary task force, and I had to think about it for a second.
Really?
Yep, I always say MTF, and I'm like, STF? Mobile stationary. Oh.
Yeah.
That just...
They're just a bunch of guys.
All right. After review by the Ethics Committee, members of Stationary Task Force Chi-11 are permitted to request voluntary transfer after a minimum of 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, also a side note. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Side note is that I chose the Greek letter chi because in writing it sounds closest to the word chibi.
This is why we do this show, because these Easter eggs.
Yep.
Yes. Description. SCP-5403 is a website accessible at the address www.obviously-geocities.com/blank/myfoundationworld. Attempts at tracing the website's IP address have yielded invalid results. Evidence suggests that an artificial intelligence or some other sapient, non-biological entity is responsible for the site's content. SCP-5403 has displayed the capacity to access comprehensive audiovisual surveillance of the Foundation through unknown means. The content of the site exclusively relates to observations derived from this surveillance. Despite the scope of SCP-5403's surveillance capabilities, it does not demonstrate awareness of its classification and containment by the Foundation. SCP-5403 is similar to a weblog in structure, including a, quote, guest book, where visitors can post public messages. These messages may be responded to by SCP-5403, deleted, or simply displayed without comment. The posts made on SCP-5403 vary in content. The majority, approximately 85%, consist of commentary on current events relating to Foundation interests. SCP-5403 has not displayed the capacity to affect Foundation infrastructure directly, but it appears to have a vested interest in breaches of containment. Commentary posted on SCP-5403 is occasionally accompanied by photographic footage. Metadata analysis shows that these photos do not originate from Foundation surveillance infrastructure. The remainder of SCP-5403's content is highly derivative in nature, generally presented in the format of a narrative. These narratives often depict Foundation personnel engaging in excessively dramatized and unprofessional behavior. My sidebar: those excessively dramatized and unprofessional behavior both red link to Duke Till Dawn and the things Bright isn't allowed to do at the Foundation list. Thank you.
I am very, very, very proud of those cross links.
Using it to the advantage of the story.
Oh, yeah.
And before I get into, quote, the good stuff, hello, Cody and C-Jops and Perfunctory and Hexic. Glad to see you guys in the chat. All right. Crack. Addendum 5403-1. Since the formation of Stationary Task Force Chi-11, codename Don't Like Don't Read, SCP-5403 has fixated almost exclusively on its members. Due to the high stress levels reported by STF Chi-11 and other personnel made aware of SCP-5403's nature, the Ethics Committee has permitted staff referenced in its posts to record personal notes regarding their mention in this documentation, otherwise known as a framing device. Addendum 5403-2. The following is a log of excerpts from SCP-5403's posts, presented with commentary from the personnel discussed if applicable. Archive data, SCP-5403, Image 1.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! Glittery Cat Bright. I'm so glad that OBS uses GIFs. This is just perfect.
Should I wait to tell the story behind this one, or is now a good time?
I'll take a sip of my anomalous fluid. Tell us about Neko Bright.
Oh boy, okay, all right. So my lovely, beautiful friend Dave, my good friend Dave, I contacted him and I was like, hey, can you show me some really shitty fan art? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I want like DeviantArt 2008 tier shit. And he was like, okay. And so he drew me like an anime Bright, and he was like, this is the worst experience of my life. I never want to look at Google Images ever again. And I was like, that's fair. And then a week later, I was like, I know how I can make this worse. and then I drew the cat ears and tail on him. And now everybody knows him as Neko Bright, even though all I did was the ears and tail. And I feel really horrible for him because he's a genuinely extremely good artist, and I did this to his work.
You know, there's a point where you learn, I teach dance as a day job, and whenever I'm watching movies, I can tell when someone is a good dancer who's dancing bad on purpose versus an actual bad dancer. It takes skill to look bad at what you're doing.
Right, exactly. Exactly. I still feel really bad. Like, once Dave writes an article, like, please take it seriously. I feel horrible.
The next picture you get from Dave can be a good one.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Oh, my Lord. Welcome to my foundation on
my God.
August 17th, 1998, 12:04 a.m. Hi! Welcome to my corner of the web. I made this fan page to talk about the SCP Foundation and how cool it is. I watch it every day, and I think Dr. Bright is a total hottie. Nosebleeds. It's so obvious that he and Clef Sama are soulmates, even if Bright Sama is a tsundere sometimes. Clef X Bright is so smexy. They're so kawaii together. Emoticon Y, emoticon Y, emoticon Y. This page is still under construction, but I'll post some schmexy fics soon. Sparkles. All your yaoi are belong to us. Haters back off. Evil grin. I'm totally addicted to SCP. Note.
This is hurting me. This is hurting me.
Oh, my background, Katie here is like, it needs more Mabel Pines. And so we all know where this is going.
I don't think Mabel Pines is this evil.
Note, 6 minutes after the post above was uploaded, Foundation web crawlers isolated the address and automatically alerted Site-15 to a possible BK class broken masquerade scenario due to the extremely high keyword density. Emergency Worldwide Web Suppression Protocol Alpha Calypto was enacted successfully, and no civilian information leak occurred. Following a 3-day period of study, it was determined that the event was an isolated phenomenon to the webpage. SCP-5403 was then classified and issued its current containment procedures. Next post. A bright day! On August 17th, 1998, 3:27 a.m.? It's a.m. because it's military time, I guess. Author's note. Just a cute ook bright and Same Clef thingy. This is Slash. Boy X Boy. Don't read. I do not own the SCP Foundation. Please don't sue me. Clef chuckled, looking deeply into Dr. Bright's crimson red orbs. What's wrong, Jack? He smirked. I don't know, the shorter stated in reply. I've just never felt this way about another boy before. He blushed. Isn't our love forbidden? Clef smirked and chuckled. You're mine, Jack. Oh, you're spelled wrong. Pet peeve. No. You're mine, Jack. He posticulated. And then he leaned in and their lips met, tongues battling for dominance.
Oh my God.
Katie commentary. This is why no one writes fan fiction before midnight.
Yeah, I mean, well, I will tell you that one, and it's really unfortunate that I know this, but the UKE is pronounced UK. I hate that I know that. I really do. And also, every single spelling error in this is 100% intentional.
Oh yes.
People corrected by spelling errors, and I'm like, no, that's not what we're doing here.
You're missing the point.
Okay.
They were hit by the forest and couldn't see the tree.
Hit by the forest, couldn't see the tree. Oh, did someone super chat? Oh my God, thank you. I didn't see it while I was yelling, but thank you, C-Jops. Your ears are in pain, but they love it. For dominance. Oh, Lord. Okay. Note. Commentary. If this is a prank, it's more sad than it is funny. And if it isn't, this is below my pay grade. Signed, Dr. Clef. Dr. Bright declined to comment, citing less creepy things to worry about. Image number 2.
This is the one I drew.
New team! On August 20th, 1998, 1100 hours, 383 minutes. A brand new task force! Oh my god, what the fuck, lol, barbecue! Commence the shipping! Maybe Kami-sama will bless me with some fresh shipping meat. Evil grin, evil grin, evil grin. The leader lady looks super boring, but I bet she and Takute Magane. Megane? Takute Magane researcher are secretly in love! Oh my god, forbidden romance! Pushes them in the closet. Now kiss! Note. Commentary. I'd like to have it on record that I'm not interested in men, including my coworker researcher Harrison, who spent 20 minutes sweeping the room for cameras after we were cleared to leave. Senior researcher Laraske, Stationary Task Force Chi-11 Command. Requesting that Dr. Nyota be transferred to SCF Chi-11 to see how 5403 will react to pre-existing relationship. Dr. Laraske. Approved. Site Director Yeager. Next post. Laraske, I'm going to say Laraske because it's wrong now. Laraske X Harrison on August 21st, 1998, 2:12 a.m. They held hands today. Oh, so kawaii! Photo redacted. We're just redacting photos for the privacy of those involved. Note. Oh no, this is still going. Okay, still going. Okay, so they were just passing a floppy disk between each other, but still uber kawaii. I can dream. Emoticon kawaii. Their height difference is so cute. I'm jelly. I want him to sweep her off her feet like a knight in shining armor. I hope there's a containment breach so he can keep her safe, and she'll fall in love with him for being a gentleman. Just hurry up and smooch already! Note. Commentary. It just completely ignored her. Not even a passing mention of my girlfriend joining and sitting next to me for the entire workday. Maybe we need to start running tests on this thing. Signed, Dr. Laraske. Note. August 22nd, 1998. Researcher Harrison was sent to work remotely from the rest of STF Chi-11 in his office as an effort to discern the scope of SCP-5403's surveillance. Next post. Trouble in Paradise. On August 22nd, 1998, 10:24 a.m. Cute Megane boy isn't with his waifu today. I don't know what those mean.
You want me to? This is a really old acronym. I did some internet jutsu to get to this one.
Etoisle, repeat yourself, please.
This is a really old acronym. I did some internet jutsu to get to this one. No one says it anymore.
All right, what does that one mean?
It stands for sets my teeth on edge. And it's with those exclamation points in that order. Every time.
Perfection.
Delightful.
Cute Megane boy isn't with his waifu today. Sets my teeth on edge. He's in his office, and he looks so sad and moe. Maybe it's because he got sick, so she can make him soup. Aww. Photo redacted. Anyway, let me post the cute Laraske/Harrison fic I wrote. Emotion wine. Even though they're far apart, it can't stop the shipping! Ooh! Star-crossed lovers! Ooh! Author note, this is an AU where they're married. I know it's not canon, yet I can dream and fanwank. Extraneous data redacted. Note. Commentary. This is fucking inane. Signed, Dr. Laraske. Oh no.
This is where it starts getting painful for real.
Here comes the vengeance. Next post. Ship sunk! On August 23rd, 1998, 6:58 a.m., that ugly bitch Anais didn't even make him soup or check up on him or anything. Needless to say, this ship is over. It was never going to be canon because she's boring. Anyways, he's way too hot for her, but I need to ship researcher Harrison with someone. He's too cute. Oh well, yowies make everything better. Wink. I bet he'd be cute with the XMTF guy. He's a total semi. Ooh, my ship sails again.
Oh my god.
Note.
Doesn't this hurt you?
Oh, it does, and I'm sorry for everybody who these ooh cries hurt on their speakers as well. Is everyone's ears doing all right?
In your soul.
My soul,
Like,
that is a barren wasteland at this point. Okay, where were we? Note, commentary. So, ethics said we can comment. Oh wait, this is Harrison now.
Yeah.
So, ethics said we can comment on these for catharsis or something. Said it'd help with the paranoia we're getting. Usually Dr. Laraska does this, but seems like it's obsessed with me now, and she didn't want to comment on this one. I think it'd help more if we just didn't have to log these at all. Get a crawler to do it or something. Signed, Researcher Harrison. Denied. The information being dealt with here is too sensitive, and we're still in the preliminary stages of studying this anomaly. Make no mistake, this is an extremely dangerous situation, and it's best handled by experienced hands. Signed, Site Director Yeager. Image 3!
Oh boy. This one's the worst, like by a long shot. This hurts me.
The worst or the worst?
I think the only edit I did to this one is I added the blush.
Just a little extra something, something.
But that's still, I mean, that still makes it like, that elevates it to a new level of terrible, I think.
Sugoi? Dezu Yowis?
Sugoi.
Sugoi.
Desu
It is Sugoi.
Yowis. Yes.
All right, next post. Sugoi Dezu Yowis on September 4th, 1998, 11:57. My new ship is getting along so well. They work together every day. So kawaii. So kawaii, I can hardly stand it. Dr. Harrison-chan even calls researcher Hoffman-sama by his first name. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's only a matter of time before T-Yowies. Evil grin emoticon twice. P.S. When are they going to figure out that SPC, redacted, is obviously just a data expunged? P.P.S. Dr. Laraski should get the fuck out of my OTP! Note.
I'm sorry. I'm reading this and I forgot that I have a word changer in my Google Chrome that changes every instance of data expunged to excessive yodeling removed. And that's just elevating this to a whole new level for me.
And I think everybody in the chat is going to go get that extension right this moment.
It's all right. It's rage stay is changed to catboy mode. Data expunged is changed to excessive yodeling removed, and redacted is changed to fuck if I know. I used to have incident map to change to random chimp event, but I had to turn that off because I accidentally edited 5304 to include that word change, and I didn't notice it until someone pointed it out to me. I lead a charmed life.
This is why we're all here, for the capital A art. All right, here we go. Note, following the most recent post, further testing of SCP-5403 has been ordered by Site Director Yeager. Stationary Task Force Chi-11 is to attempt to communicate with it directly via the guest book and log the results. Date, content, input, and response notes are listed in that order. September 4th, 1998. Please inform on how you were able to discern the nature of SCP redacted. None. No response. The submission was deleted. Dr. Laraske suggested talking to it with its jargon, so I'll see if that changes anything. Signed, Researcher Harrison. September 5th, 1998. Oh my god, what the fuck? How did you figure out what redacted was, X3? Response. It's super easy, in my opinion. No spoilers, but look closely. Notes. This is pointless. Signed, Researcher Harrison. Ooh, next note.
Oh boy.
Trolls, get the fuck out! On September 6, 1998, 7:23, some annoying troll got into my guest book. Unless it was to FBI or something, then get the fuck out! I said I don't own the SCP Foundation. F off, homophobes! You can't get rid of Yowie! Evil grin. Anyway, look how cute my OTP looks. Photo redacted. So kawaii! Harrison is my kawaii
God.
baby. I want to squish his cheeks. But for now, check out my new Harrison X Hoffman fic. Author's note. Yes, I know I forgot about researchers Hoffman's leg injury. Just pretend he grew it back because of an SCP or something. Actually, that's my new headcanon. Extraneous data redacted.
That footnote there is important, I think.
Yeah,
Really
I shortened it to... Go ahead and read that one if you got it pulled up.
All right, yeah. During their tenure with MTF Epsilon 11 Nine-Tailed Fox, researcher Hoffman sustained critical injuries while in the line of duty. As a result of these injuries, their left leg was amputated at the knee during a life-saving operation. I'm currently writing a tale about like how fucked up their life is, just to like kind of hammer home how fucked up this is.
This is...
Yeah.
My commentary for the background asks, what were your sim games like?
I've actually never played The Sims. So maybe there's just something wrong with me. I don't know.
There's something wrong with all of us here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then this one. And then this author's note in particular.
God, I'm sorry.
Author's note, I want to push them into 2678 so they'll make out. That would make such a smexy lemon.
Yeah, I'll admit this is the worst cross-link I've ever made and ever will make. Like, ever. I know.
I mean,
I know it's really bad. I know.
In this case, you're not as bad as me because I recorded that whole thing.
I know you did.
I
know.
Terrible.
I know it's terrible.
It's
really bad. None of this is good.
None of this
whole
is good.
situation is a mess.
All right.
It's just a mess.
We're going on to this note with some commentary.
Oh, boy.
Do I have to keep reading these? Can you please just put me back on transcribing interview logs or something? Signed, Researcher Hoffman. I'm sending this and the documentation for this thing back to ethics. Hoffman's been through enough. They shouldn't have to put up with this shit. Signed, Dr. Laraske. Containment procedures have been updated. You'll receive a reassignment memo in a day or two. Mallory Gleason, Ethics Committee. Addendum 5403-3. Recurring psychological evaluation of any Stationary Task Force Chi 11 members not requesting transfer was ordered after Ethics Committee evaluation. Interview log 5403-1. Interviewed Senior Researcher Anais Laraske. Interviewer, Head of Psychology, Simon Glass. Hey, etoisle, would you like to jump in and take a voice or you want me to play both?
Sure, I can do it.
Cool, who you want to be?
Laraske.
Cool, let's do it. So I'll start off, yes.
Epic.
After half a moment of silence. So...
I'm not bailing.
I wasn't going to ask if you were bailing. How are you doing, Doctor?
How do you think? I'm not gonna lie to you. We're all pretty fucked up, Simon.
I guess I understand it's stressful working with 5403.
Is that what they're calling it now? Stressful? Look, I know from the outside it must look like the stupidest possible situation for researchers to be dropping out like flies, but none of this shit is easy. None of us talk to each other anymore, but that doesn't make a damn difference to this thing. Nothing's sacred.
Could you elaborate on what you mean by that?
Found one of the junior provisional researchers crying at their workstation for the second time last night after that thing about 2678. He'd seen the video, heard the logs apparently. Used to be assigned to it. Poor kid nearly lost his lunch seeing it again. I told him to take the rest of the day off.
That's kind of you.
It's humane is what it is. Some people are supposed to treat other human beings. Can I smoke in here?
No. You seem to be very concerned about your team.
Shit. Well, we all found out Redacted's cheating on his wife the other night. 5403 posted all the juicy details. Like I said, nothing's sacred. We don't need to know all his personal shit, you know? Especially not written by a hyperactive...
I'm asking about you, Doctor. How is this affecting you? I know you care about your team, but...
Like I said, Simon, how do you think? I'm not the epicenter of all this bullshit. I'm just keeping my head down, okay?
You've been the head of Chi 11 for over a month now. You're well within your right to transfer out or take a break from the project if it's troubling you.
The thing is, I don't want to. Everyone here is... They've been in the field at some point, seen shit. I mean, not that I haven't, but I'm just straight out of MIT, holed up in Site 15 in my cushy little cubicle, you know?
Well, that isn't necessarily...
So I can put up with this stupid website taking pictures of me and ignoring what I have with Dr. Nyota so I can pretend I hook up with every man I work with. I can live with it because it's even worse for the people who've actually been through the shit 5403 thinks is funny or sexy or cute or whatever. If I'm not around to understand how this thing operates and to give it someone to obsess over, then they'll have to get someone else to do it.
Chair scrape sound effect.
And Simon, this sucks. I'm not putting anyone else through this.
End log. Closing statement. Dr. Laraske has stated the intent to remain at her leadership position in Stationary Task Force Chi 11 indefinitely. Psychological evaluation should continue as planned. The following post was uploaded to SCP-5403 shortly after the evaluation concluded. Oh boy. Sip.
Oh boy. This is where it starts. Well, I said that already, but this is where it like really starts.
There's multiple levels or depths to hell. There's multiple rings. Also, everybody whose ears and eyes are bleeding, I appreciate you for sticking with us. Cody, thank you for the $2 super chat. We greatly appreciate it. We're going through this for you.
Godspeed, guys.
Oh, here we go. Next post. Hate Club. On September 22nd, 1998, 2:35 a.m. Ah! That ugly bitch Laraske fucking ruined my OTP! Photo redacted number 6. Notably identified by Dr. Laraske as an image of herself lying in bed at her residence. Notably, the image has been crudely defaced with red pixelated markings. I hate her so much! She's such a stupid whore! All she does is get in the way of my ships! I hope she gets trapped in her stupid office when an SCP breaches containment and she dies! Or at least the Foundation figures out that she's a slut who keeps getting in the way of all my precious babies falling in love and gets rid of her forever! Please, just kill her off already! So, what was that again?
Sets my teeth on edge.
Sets my teeth on edge!
This is like one of my nightmares. See, like, people are like, how is this horror? And I'm going to kindly, like, direct them to what just happened.
Yeah, no, there's,
that is horror.
When you are a public figure, and, like, people are making fan fiction of you, and, like, you're not a person, you're a character, and they also want to threaten you to die, this is horrifying.
Yeah, you understand, you get it. And this next part is just, you know, I'm sorry. I really am. I will also say that, actually, I should wait until after.
All right, we're in the final stretch. Let's finish this out and get to the post game.
Oh boy.
Addendum 5403-4. On October 26, 2009, redacted, totally not Geocities. Geocities or Geocities?
It's Geocities.
Geocities, okay. The hosting service for SCP-5403 was shut down permanently by its parent company. Archives of SCP-5403 do not retain its anomalous properties, and no new posts have been made. Public archives of SCP-5403 have been removed under the cover story of copyright infringement. SCP-5403 reclassified as neutralized. Stationary Task Force Chi-11 has been disbanded. SCP-5403's research team lead, Dr. Laraske, has recused herself from continued observation of pages flagged by... cough. Dr. Laraske has recused herself from continued observation of pages flagged by SCP-5403's former dedicated web crawler. She has been granted an extended leave of absence. You have 1 unread messages. From Alpha 3 Tycho Damon at Foundation-Skip. 2. A. Laraske at Foundation-Skip. Subject: Alert. Web crawler flag SCP-5403. The following is an automated message for Dr. A. Laraske. Laraske, do not reply to this message. Alert. Site archiveofourown.org flagged for high SCP-5403 keyword density. Please review attached captures for evidence of anomalous activity. Attachments. Alpha 3 Tycho flagged SCP-5403-25-5-2010.ping. Presenting image number 4.
God. You don't have to read this one.
I'm just going to display it for everyone to enjoy right here next to my head.
You sure you want to do that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got demonetized somewhere way back.
Very sorry. Truly sorry. So I do want to say all of this is not my doing. I didn't have all of these in my head when I wrote this. I had to, and this I'm not proud of this. I had to go through the goddamn Hannibal AO3 tag to find really awful tags to use, and then I took suggestions from friends, but most of them are from the Hannibal tag. So shout out to the fucking Hannibal fandom for coming up with whatever the hell most of those are. Thanks for that. That was really helpful. That
makes much sense.
I know. I did not actually write this fic. That would be super fucked up. I edited a screen cap. This is inspect element. I did not actually write this. I would never do that.
Although now someone's going to.
Don't say that!
I can't help it. This is the internet.
I know. Also, to those watching who don't know what any of these mean, I don't know whether or not to recommend Googling them or not.
I did, and
God. Oh God.
You know, you do things for your art, and you suffer for your art.
Yeah, but like, still. I think the most fucked up one with the least amount of context is the dead dove do not eat one, because people are like, oh, it's a funny Parks and Rec reference. No, it's like shorthand for this is really fucked up and I'm not going to tag it. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't, and I think that's why this one was so divisive, because people who like have been on AO3 have like an instinctual heavy negative reaction to just seeing that, and those who don't are like, this is like funny, I don't get it, There's a lot going on here. There are
levels. There
are definitely levels to this.
And that's actually one of the reasons I like this so much. As you can tell, it's very thoroughly steeped in its culture. It has all the hallmarks of what it is. It's not just like a surface level paint job.
Oh, right. Which is sad because, I know enough to be able to write something like this, but also, it makes it more effective, I guess.
You had to do some homework. It's fine.
I did. I really did. And side note, people have asked, like, is Laraske dead now? Did it attack her? She's totally fine. Like, it can't do anything in the real world. I just think getting this in your email, like, without warning, like 10 years after it happened would be kind of fucking scary. Like written about you specifically.
Also,
I just think that would be a little bit fucked up.
It's 5,000. All right, first of all, I didn't even realize, and I was the one saying the dates, the 10-year time skip, because I wasn't thinking about it. That is fucked up. B. Yeah. This is 5,000 words, which is not terribly long for the wiki, but with that many tags concentrated in that few words.
Also, notice how it's chapters 1 out of question mark, meaning there is intent to continue this.
Oh, this is just the beginning.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. I saw that just before we started.
Yeah. Oh, it's there's a lot going on here.
All right,
yeah,
so
and Hexic said in the comments, theory, it's a being in a higher reality, reading SCP articles and made a fan site. That's pretty close to what I actually think. In my brain, it's more like it's just some sort of intangible being that perceives the SCP Foundation like a TV show, like some sort of reality show or soap opera or something. Like it doesn't have any cameras or anything. Maybe it's a higher dimensional being that perceives the Foundation like a show and reacts that way. But it's also completely aware they're real people.
I think I did that in my second SCP. It turns out in like the last addendum that, oh my god, someone from another universe is watching this like a TV show and there are no cameras and what's going on.
That was the Jim Look one, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yes. It's kind of like that, except it's like fully aware these are real people and still treating them like this. It's like being a fan of a reality show.
That is worse. Oh, that is worse.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm taking this off my screen now. It's done.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay, so post-show. Where did this idea come from? Why is this your first article?
Why is this your first article? I don't have a good answer for. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for inflicting this on everybody as my first article. And it's the first one that I put real effort into, which I think it might be more sad. Like my first article was like a cold post that I didn't really actually do anything for, and it was like 2013. I don't fucking remember. Anyway, so I don't know whether to say hopefully you can tell for this, or maybe you can't tell from this, but I have very strong feelings on fan culture and fandom and whatever. And the idea for this came from K-pop Twitter, unfortunately. I don't know if you've ever been around K-pop Twitter.
I know enough.
Those people are fucking animals. Those people are animals in a zoo, and I never want to get anywhere near them. I observe them from a distance, a horrified distance. And I try to understand what the fuck is going on inside of their heads. And that is where this came from. I have a huge disdain towards parasocial relationships and people treating real people like they can make headcanons for them and ship them, and just treating them like fictional characters. I have a huge disdain for and fear of all of that, and I don't know how common of a fear that is, which is probably why this is so divisive, but I just wanted to tap into that, just to give everyone a little bit of a taste of how fucked up that stuff is.
Yeah, because I know that the one thing I know, like the place I know treating real people like fictional characters and ficking them is K-pop, and it's just like, guys.
Yeah, it's K-pop. It's a lot of fandoms for musicians. Unfortunately, I got a lot of ideas for this from YouTubers, people who ship YouTubers. I got ideas from there. It's just really fucked up. And the language used is a little anachronistic. I'll admit that. It's supposed to, take place in 1998. I took stuff from kind of all over 1998 to 2007, which is why some of it probably sounds a little bit off time-wise, but who's counting? But I wanted to combine something that I hate with something that I like, which is, GeoCities pages. I have a webcomic that's set in late 1999. It's styled like a GeoCities page. I think the aesthetic is just absolutely fantastic. I have a huge interest in the preservation of the old web and websites that still look like they did when they were first created, stuff like that. So I wanted to see if I could combine something that I fucking despise with something that I like to get myself to actually sit down and write it. And it worked, unfortunately.
The GeoCities sparkle, I can see the entire site. I put the bright Neko Bright back up because it makes me feel better.
Well,
and
let
yes,
Neko
I can
Bright soothe you.
I can see the rotating text and the sparkles in my mind's eye.
Do you know how fucking hard it is to do Blinky in CC, Creative Commons compliance? You know how goddamn hard that is. You know how much work I put into this shit. Like, no one should ever have to do that. No one should have to do what I did. I had to make a CC compliant fucking glitter GIF, and then I had to tile it by hand. I had to manually tile it. in my fucking GIF editing program, and then I had to put fucking Neko Bright on top of it. And then I had to make the rotating text. And then I had to make my own little, like, shitty, glittery bunny GIFs and put them over the second image. And then by the time I got to the Raske, I kind of gave up and just, like, drew on it. But I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing this shit again. Never.
I have done that work where I've been like, I'm doing this. I'm doing it because I need to this one time and never again.
Exactly. I'm never doing Blinky, CC compliant Blinky ever again. That was no joke the hardest part of this entire thing. Other than making myself write things that were terrible on purpose. That was also really hard.
Now, earlier did you mention that this was a cold post or a previous one was a cold post?
The one before was a cold post. This was not a cold post.
Okay, how did the critique process go on this thing?
And you would think it was worse. You would think. But people actually seemed pretty receptive to it at first. And then I posted it and people got really mad at me, which is justified. Like, if you go and you look at the comment section, there were a lot more comments than there were votes for a while. I think there were like 30-something comments, and then it was at like plus 20-something, and then it just kind of shut up recently. And I didn't really edit it, and I feel like I still need to maybe edit it to like make the emotions going on a little bit clearer. But it was actually not received that bad in Crit, and I think it might have been because I was like blatantly honest about like what was going on here and not like pretending that it was something like respectable, and then I wasn't, And
it's also something on like site culture. You have different like clique like types of authors,
right?
And the people who you get crit from are like in your friend group, but then you start talking to other groups of authors that have more opinions.
Right. But also understand that this was my first skip coming back to the site after 3 years, and I didn't know anyone, so I was like, "Hey, does anyone want to read this about fucking like GeoCities and like the early web and how?" So parasocial relationships are super fucked up, and like people were like, "Yeah, sure, I want to read that," and they're like, "This is great," and then I, actually posted it, and it was all downhill from there.
About how long did it take you to go from beginning to end writing it?
And I feel like it should have taken longer than it did, but I think it was about 2 weeks. I think. I could be wrong about that. I think I started it in the beginning of, or like late April, early May, and then it was posted mid-May. But I feel like it should have taken longer. I feel like it was too easy for me to have written all of those things in such a short period of time. Because I normally write very, very slow. So I kind of scared myself a little with how fast I was able to do this.
Sometimes the words just flow out of the pen.
But I don't want them to. Out of all the times, this was the one.
So just because people are new to the wiki, they worry about whether they're good enough writers or stuff. Do you consider yourself a writer outside of the wiki, or do you just write for this?
I don't know if this counts, but I have a fucking 8,000 word Ride and Metal Gear fanfiction that I haven't updated since last March. Does that count? I don't think it counts.
It's something.
It's not, all right, to be completely fair to myself, it's not actually shipping fanfiction. It's just like let me connect these two games lore, and I don't think it's actually bad. I just haven't written for it in a while.
Cool, but you're not like a professional writer or a copywriter or something.
No, I'm not. No, but like, do you think a professional writer could write this? Like, do you think that's something like someone with published books is capable of?
Some of the people I know who write, a lot of these people start in fic and then move on. This is their stomping ground.
Did any of them write SCP-5403? No.
But in the future, who knows?
I hope this doesn't start a trend. I hope that people don't start intentionally writing shitty fanfic. I hope I didn't start anything.
Well, the thing is, you, at least from my opinion, you wrote a good story that circled around shitty fanfiction, and that's the clincher. But
I want this to be the only one. Because if people start writing more, I don't think I'll ever be able to myself.
Well, I know that there's SCP-3616, which is the fictional woman who will kill you if you write body horror. And,
Oh, well, yeah, that's fine.
And
You can do
so
that. That's just me in real life.
there we go. Standard final question before we sign off. Do you have a favorite or multiple favorite SCP articles or tales on the wiki outside of your own work?
And my internet isn't working well enough that I can confirm the number of this, but I think it's 3318. This is like a totally random answer. It's not a super popular one, but SCP-3318, Can You See Me by Tanhoney. And I don't have any particular reason for why I like it as much as I do. It just kind of hits all the notes for me. It's like, it's weird, it's creepy, it's funny. Those are the three tenets I kind of consider in an SCP. It should be weird, it should be creepy, it should be funny. And 3318 hits all of those for me.
That is a Tanhoney one, so you got that right.
Yeah. I think it's 3318, right?
I am confirming for you right now. Can you see me? Yep, that is the one.
All right, awesome. Yeah, it has a little bit of a format screw. It's a really unique idea. It was one of the first that I read after coming back, so I think it had a big impact on me. But yeah, that was just my favorite.
Very cool. All right. Do you have any final words for the audience tonight?
I'm very sorry. I really am. Also, is there any chat that I'm missing because my internet isn't working right?
I don't know. C-Jops in the chat says, I never thought I could write. Well, I think this one encouraged me to start.
Oh, why this one?
And
why
meanwhile,
this one?
in case anyone was wondering to check, on the wiki itself, SCP-5403 is currently sitting at a plus 75. If you like this story,
75?
Plus 75.
2 more people upvoted it while you were reading it?
Congratulations, that happens sometimes.
Oh my god. But like, why though?
And so if you enjoyed this, you can go upvote it. If you didn't enjoy it, you can downvote it. Whatever you want to do, it's your vote. Do what you want.
Good lord.
Hello, Sean Taggart in the chat. Thank you for joining us.
Don't encourage this behavior. I promise you my next 2 are better. I mean, better being a relative term, but...
yes. What are your other 2 articles so people can go check them out?
Right. My other 2 are 5304, intentionally chosen to be a mirror 5403, and that one's about fucking Reddit and the Foundation being a little bit stupid. And then my most recent one is 5094, Miss J's Whiz Kid Schoolhouse, and I'm actually pretty proud of that one. It's a nice, wholesome article about a sapient edutainment game character, so check that one out if you have a moment.
Cool, Leo. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you had fun on the show.
Oh, definitely.
Cool. Say goodbye to the audience, and then I'll sign us off.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Thanks for putting up with all that shit.
And everybody, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. That is the end of our show. Thank you to etoisle and everybody in the chat for joining us tonight. Remember to subscribe, like, hit the bell. Go check out our other videos. Go check out our TikTok, which is now bigger than our entire YouTube channel for some reason.
Oh, boy.
And become a patron if you'd really like to help the channel grow faster. Thank you guys, and we'll see you at our next Anomalous Broadcast from Site-42. Boop, boop. And we're beaming down.